Guys, welcome to the cheesy part, and I feel like this is kind of a must to do because it's kind of helps me out to remember what you bring to Elcamino, for even so if there is a next time for me, it's good to have this kind of video so I can actually look back. So it's mostly for me. So because I have done a similar type of video before I went to Elcamino, and now I have this is the post Camino gear video. So I'm gonna talk to you about what worked, what did I also bring, what did I see people have, what are my opinion on gear. So I love gear, to talk about this. This is my job. This also work at a Decathlon type store now, so this is kind of my work, so I need to know my stuff. I have experience from before Elcamino as well. Gear is important for me because this is gear that I basically use every single week. So I think most people will agree that the most important part of all of the gear that you bring to you for Elcamino are the shoes. And my shoe of choice is one size bigger than normal, which is very important. And this specific type is the Ultra Olympus, which is a zero drop wide toe and very stabilized and very cushioning. I think it's 6 millimeters of cushion in these shoes. This is probably the most comfortable shoes I have wear, and I have been trying a lot, all from hunting boots to low calf hiking boots like the Salomon. I've been trying the Topoterra Adventures. I tried a lot of type of Ultras and a lot of different type of shoes for hiking, and this is probably one of the best one. And I will tell you why. I was in here, I actually have my from the hospital where it shows that I have a fracture on this knee that is still hasn't recovered fully yet. And I was giving this thing here to stabilize the foot even more. And this is what I got from the hospital, so I actually bring this one. And I actually forgot the one that I normally carry, that is a more lightweight, in case you twist your foot. So I was super scared of twisting my foot again on Elcamino, and I will not take any more chances because I need to walk really. This have more stabilizing on the back, this shoe, so the risk of twisting compared to the little brother Sloan Peak is less in this shoe. And when you're walking with trekking poles, you also improve the chance of not twisting your foot when you are walking, because twisting the foot, I saw that a lot in Elcamino as well, with people that also don't carry trekking poles and that carry also twisted their foot, so it can happen to you as well. But I would really recommend one size bigger, mostly because when you walk long distance hike, your feet are gonna swallow, it's gonna grow in size. And when you have a foot that is grown inside your normal size, you will get to have problems with friction, and you eventually get blisters as well. And I saw a lot of people that were walking with regular shoes that they normally use, but they haven't in a normal size, and they all were getting blisters. So you have to have a size bigger on the shoe that you are walking on. I like these trail runners because if they get wet, it dries pretty quickly. It's not a hassle to deal in rain compared to hiking boots. The problem with hiking boots is while you get water inside, those hiking shoes, they're not going to dry. So we saw a lot of people walking with hiking boots, and they actually put some kind of a bigger gaiter that I normally use on winter time that goes over here, just to prevent the water to get inside the hiking boot. And when you think about that, that's a lot of weight on your foot, and that's not good. That might increase the fatigue for your knees, legs and ankle and back. So you will be much more comfortable if you wear a good trail runner. My stepfather did use the Hoka speed goats. If you don't like or if you are not used to the zero drop on the back, which means that basically you are walking with no cushion, or you are walking with a level shoe. If you're not used to that, it can actually give you some injuries. So you have to train with this type and transition to this type of foot, and it's very important that you also wear this shoe in the normal basis if you are going to go back to go to zero drop like I do. I can surely tell that I'm now only wearing zero type shoes. My knees have strength, my ankles also. I could probably have broken my whole ankle or leg and couldn't walk at all if it wasn't for zero shoes. And it also has included my fatigue and back. I don't have any pain anymore, so super good. The white toes is to prevent from blistering and that your toes spread more naturally, like I have here. That is like walking barefoot basically. Alright, apart from that, I did have the zero sandals, and the zero sandals are great because they are a very lightweight sandal. They are very comfortable, but they are not as cushioned as the Alta Olympus is. In fact, it's a pretty different in cushion. This is more of a 1, maybe 1.5, while the other one is 6, but it has also the zero drop and you can spread your toes as well. So it's very relaxable to actually change to this type of shoes if you are walking after a long day. I did wear on the showers once. However, if you are using private rooms or private albergues rooms or hostels, you're not gonna need it. You can actually shower barefoot. And another thing that is good with the private rooms is that you don't need to bring an albergue. You don't need to bring a towel when you have the private rooms, and therefore I also bring a smaller towel because I'm a man, I don't have much hair. So this was actually great, also to just clean your foot or whatever. So a small towel for men is good. If you are a woman, you probably need something more than that. I also have some soles that I'm pretty satisfied with, but I actually didn't change it to the Olympus because that shoe is so stabilized, and I have the walking poles that I really don't need some extra cushion and some extra bacteria protection or stabilization. So I actually didn't use these at all, even though I tried them while I was there. My first line of defense, I'm the one who has an allergy, skin allergy problem. And when I have friction, a lot of friction, and there is humidity, I cannot use strong accessories like the Leuco tape or Tensoplast to tape my foot. So what I do instead, and I found this the best idea, is to use the squirrel nut butter. It's an anti-chafing cream that I actually take all over the areas that might cause friction, including maybe the back as well, or here on the arms, and I put it all over my feet. It has the same use as Vaseline, but Vaseline is more greasy, more nasty, and I really recommend this instead. My stepfather really would choose this as well, because I have actually Vaseline with me, and I show it to him, and he knew the difference right away when I showed you. But this actually gave you the same. I know people on Elcamino that was using big jars of Vaseline and basically using on the feet every single day. My first line of defense, highly recommended. The second layer is a layering system. So you have the cream and then you have the liner. This is the liner that I use on the Elcamino, and it's the liner for the toes in gingy sock. However, this is cotton, and cotton is not a good idea when you have when you are trekking, but they are a bit more colder than merino wool, and you are really relying on washing your clothing. So it's in Elcamino, it's not a problem to not wash your shoes and socks. You actually need to do that. And over that, this pair comes together though. When you buy this pair, it comes with this sock as well. You have a merino wool part here. I don't think this one is. And then with the cream and the two pairs of socks, it goes inside the Olympus Ultra in one bigger size. Non-blisters for across Norway. The training that I have here, that I have done here, not in Elcamino when it's warm and cold. This is my highly recommended choice for blister prevention. Alright, so that's along about the foot. I do have, when I had to wash, I did have the Ungingy merino wools that is a bit more thicker than the ones above, so you need to like tie your shoes a bit better when you're using this. And for the across Norway, it's not a thing in Elcamino though. Maybe in winter time, or maybe when it gets super cold. But if the weather gets like 5 degrees, that it wasn't a problem at all on El Camino Santiago, I would probably use this as a second liner over the sock. And I did use it once, but it became so warm that I had to take it off again. These are waterproof socks, and these are excellent against the cold, especially. So if you have a colder weather at home, try this with using trail runners, and you will never go back to hiking boots again. Have my word. Even when there is snow, I basically prefer to use that, but it's probably not a hiking weather anyway if there is too much snow. Alright, the gaiters, it might be a good area where there are a lot of rocks. I still haven't using it as much as I wanted. So I think I had to be on kind of a desert or something where there are a lot of rocks. I was about to take it on once because I was getting some rocks inside the shoe, but then there's suddenly asphalt, so that's not a problem anymore. So so gaiters, good addition to the shoe, and that can be attached on this spot here and there, so they are like meant for that. The calf, this surprised me quite a lot. Normally when I hike like 27 kilometers, I do get tired on the muscles, but I actually didn't get tired at all wearing the calf, and the response came from my stepfather, which used the calf, that it stops where the sock is. That is also very important for me. Really highly recommend to wear calves as well. It helps your muscles recover, so you don't have that stiffness as much as you normally have if you don't wear them. Not a must, but I highly recommend it. My hiking shorts are very expensive Nike shorts. It has a liner inside which serves the same as the calf. Dries super quickly, super comfortable, airy, perfect. I'm a bit afraid though it might get broken, but it was like my underwear and my shorts at the same time. I did also have a spare underwear, and I would probably add a couple of more if I do it again, because there were some times where things weren't like dried enough and I didn't have underwear to wear. So I had to like go a bit commando and use the long trekking pants without underwear a couple of times, sadly. So hopefully nobody noticed that. But I did use the Patagonia trekking pants here, Terrabone or whatever. Very lightweight, very comfortable. I actually slept with this. And the merino wool t-shirt that I had for the albergues. Very comfortable to sleep with. Maybe not the prettiest things, but it actually did the work. To hike, I did use the Northern Playground hoodie with the merino wool and silk. It was a bit warm sometimes, but it was super comfortable in across Norway when the weather is cold. It's super good. It has a little hole on it, but it also has lifetime guarantee. The same as my secondary Patagonia pants. It also have a hole behind that I got mocked by my family that I need to buy another one, but I really don't want to buy clothing as much anymore. I really want to rather repair them. So that was that. I also had an extra sports thin shirt from Under Armour, and my rain jacket from Enlightened Equipment, super lightweight, very comfortable to wear. I'm a bit scared it might break because it's a ultra light jacket. So I would probably bring a bit more, another set of clothing as well, like a better shirt, more underwear as well. I did have the hiking gloves for getting when you use the trekking poles a lot, you get a bit of chafing there, and this helped a lot with my pain on the foot. So I kind of use it. I actually took 2 of them with me, and I throw the one that was broken across Norway, and keep the one that is good, because I originally only want to bring 1 trekking pole. And the glove is to go with it, so I don't get the chafe. I think it's good to like dry your sweat or whatever. Also use it a Camino buff that I don't see here at the moment. Yeah, there it is. is drying. This one here, this one I really like a lot. Where tied on the backpack. I did use it on my sometimes when it was too cold in the morning. Very nice. I really like the buff. Alright, my fanny pack can be attached on the front of the backpack there. So you actually, when I take off the backpack, I actually take off the fanny pack as well. This is a waterproof fanny pack, custom, with my old logo and my name on it. It has served me a lot over the years from Hilltop Packs. Super lightweight, super comfortable. I keep my drone in there. Very easy. My credential, my guide also fits there. And you can like pack it down to nothing. And it's super nice. I really like this fanny pack. And it's in a Dyneema printed, custom made from Hilltop Packs. My backpack is the also custom Nashville, with also my favorite color. Dyneema backpack, Nashville equipment. It can be folded the same way that the fanny pack. It has pockets, outer pockets, and it has also a pocket underneath, so you can put like snacks and stuff. I did do that sometimes. It doesn't have a frame though, but what served as a frame was my thin pad, like a yoga mat that I can actually do stretches, take breaks, just relax when was sometimes I wanted to take a break. I saw people that were walking with smaller backpack as this one and even bigger. I really like this one without the frame, because you can like pack it to nothing and put it on a duffel bag when you are finished. Another feature is these sports straps. Very comfortable. You can add a water bottle there, some smaller pockets for other stuff, money or whatever. It has some lift loaders, even though I wish this were a bit more bigger, because a bit of a hassle to adjust sometimes. And it serves like a bra, so it kind of gives you a little bit of a stomach when you are looks a bit weird sometimes. But this backpack is also waterproof, 99% waterproof. But I did secure double with a nylofilm backpack as well. It's not super expensive though, but I will really recommend ultralight backpack like the Nashville packs that I ordered from the States. This is my custom Vieira with the theme of my Elcamino. It's painted with the stars and the way. The stars is kind of my message for doing Elcamino. You'll find out that at a couple of videos ago on the last episode. I painted it myself with some aquarelle. So when it started raining, it actually loses a bit of a color. You can drink wine here, so I choose not to bring the little Viking helmet in silver to drink, because I had this one. I remember I can only use this one. I would rather make one myself that is given to me instead of buying like a souvenir. So it's kind of my Vieira, my scallop, my personal thing. But I will probably take it off now, because I'm done for Elcamino this time. I actually have a couple of patches here too as well, to remind me that that I have walked Elcamino with it, and Nijmegen as well. I have some custom thing that I put in here. The Vieira kind of stands in the way, so I'm going to remove it now. I have some things to drive stuff. I think I might use it once to drive stuff. Yeah, I really like this pack. It might be a bit too small for bringing a tent and stuff, but it's perfect for doing Elcamino or Nijmegen for sure. I will surely use it again. This is for some odds and ends electronics, like cleaning my lens, just in case I break my drone, that it almost happened on the Elcamino as well. Bring over the camera that is filming right now if it rains too much. Also a Dyneema pocket that I keep it on my bag, and in there I also normally keep the battery bank, 10,000 milliampere. I did use it, and cordage for charging my watch, for example, that actually recorded the whole trip. My drone, my camera as well, my light that I also actually used. I think I need to see if it's still there. I actually used it, but I didn't put it on the This is great because it has. Right, so I'm not sure where I did left, but I was talking about the flashlight. The flashlight that I used was very good for albergues, because it doesn't have a bright light like this one. So you can actually turn that on instead. I did know that some people were using red light and a bit more better to look at instead of the flashing light. That's why I also have a albergue sleeping mask with some sleeping pods. I did use the these nails here to take up some fleas or some broken nail once. I did use the massage ball once. I didn't use the drying line at all. I used ebooks and natural deodorant as well. My stepfather even bring the freaking perfume with him, but because he's not used to sleeping at albergues, it gave a really strong smell in the whole room for all the people. So I would not recommend to bring perfume unless you are for Elcamino, really. Alright, but so my massage ball, I did use it with the sleeping pad there to relax and to just massage my foot sometimes. Very nice. I did have some cuts as well, but I didn't use first aid. Ebooks, I used it once. This is very good, this toiletry. I bring it with me everywhere outdoors, because then I don't forget to like bring toothbrush and stuff like that, and I did use this as well. Alright, very nice bag. I did use it a lot. Was on top of my to bring like electronics on the plane, with me in the shower as well. to take with me the most important items like my passport and stuff inside this bag. Very, very nice. I'm surprised how much I have used it actually. The toiletry stuff to go to the toilet. I didn't have that much problem with my stomach this time, even though I ate like a pig. But I did use the antibac sometimes to clean my hands after the toilet. The drone, normally on the fanny pack, like I told you, very, very good, very easy for me to pick up. I didn't use it as much as I hope, but I really don't like to be using the drones, even though I'm certified and I have insurance and I know where to fly or not with 2 apps that I have. I really don't like to use the drone as much that I would like to, because I feel a bit uncomfortable flying it. So I have 2 batteries, so I will probably, maybe next time I will use it way more. But when they are close to the airport, like in Santiago no Pedroso, I did use this one with a carbon fiber pole with the Insta 360 camera that gives you the same feeling as a drone. And it's a pretty good camera though, even though it kind of distorts the image a lot, I think. I did use the Insta 360 sometimes after when it was not allowed to fly the drone. Ha det! My credential, I did order this here from a store online. Down there you have to pay 2 euros for a credential. I actually bought this for Lalo, but we spent actually I think like 2 hours going for place to place to just buy the credential. So I'm quite happy that I actually bought this, even though I bought this from Lalo. He actually forgot it, so he actually had to go get it, and we used a lot of time. But even though we knew how that works anyway, so this here is pretty cool though, because you can put your credential, and in case it doesn't like twist and stuff, and you can safely store it there with your money or whatever. I did use the guide quite a lot. We did use the guide for calling albergues. We spend a lot of time using the phone to call and reserve. And I know there are a lot of people who say don't pre-book it, just go and do Elcamino and do it like this. It wasn't a problem for us because we can talk in Spanish and we can find our way around in Spain. But you use a lot of time reserving albergues, and sometimes it might be full, closed, especially when you are approaching Santiago. The guide though is good to see where you're at, how long you have, even though I also had it in my watch. Some people use an app for that. I prefer to have the book, so I can just pick it up and look at it quickly while I'm taking a break. I might just pre-book the next time that I'm doing Camino Santiago. If I'm with my family or I'm alone, I might use a site to pre-book all of my reservation instead, so I don't need to take the calls. So I can use more time walking instead and enjoying the time instead of picking the calls and worrying where to sleep and where to go. It doesn't give you as much flexibility, but that's, I think, I might sacrifice, and I think you actually save time and money with pre-booking, because sometimes you might get you don't know where to eat or sleep, and sometimes bars can be closed, especially on siesta time, and breakfast is not as good in the hostel, so I might just drop the breakfast and instead order dinner at specific albergues or stuff. I might just do that. And if you have a bike or a horse, it's good to pre-book on a touring guide instead. Remember that, because I have talked to a lot of people who has done it and are very satisfied, especially Spanish people and people who did it with a bike, and it might be also people that will do with horse, that will need to know where to put the horse and give it food. Alright, this is a thing that I bought for my Compostela. My Compostela is here. You can buy it for €2, where you get the Compostela. I haven't like hang it up yet. I just have it inside here. I just need to figure out where to put it. Batteries for the camera. I did have a lot of that. I didn't use the DSLR as much as I will love to. I did film most of my Camino with this camera again. I have some settings wrong with it. God damn. But it's okay. It turned out good. This camera is very easy to just pick up pretty quickly and film without drawing too much attention, even though people will notice the camera, will wonder what the hell is he doing. But it takes less space than a camera, and it's easier to deal with this and recharge as well on the go. The DSLR, on the other hand, gives better picture and video, but it's more of a hassle and weighs more, and you have to interchange lens if you don't have a good pancake lens or whatever lens you are using. But I might just try to avoid using the reserve camera and just change the main camera that I'm filming with now instead for the next time. The tripod is perfect. You can attach it on a tree. I think I use it quite a lot on the other camera. Very good. The glasses with the strap to just not forget your glasses everywhere. Very, very helpful. Very satisfied that I still have them. I did use the umbrella this time quite a lot for both the sun and the rain. It was perfect. It was easy to attach to the backpack and doing it hands-free. It's a lightweight, ultralight umbrella. You have umbrellas there too, but this one is pretty good from CPAX. And it won't work if it's too windy though. Like in across Norway, I couldn't use it there. But in Elcamino I use it every time it rains, and it's super easy to just take and put it up here, and you don't even need to go around holding it. The pocket for attaching the power banks and stuff, I have two spots, one there and one there. Very useful to where the municipal albergues. Me and Lalo use it. I use one and Lalo uses the other one. Perfect. I did use my happy plugs for listening videos in all the bus or on the planes. Very useful. The main lens that I use on the DSLR. Batteries for the camera. I did use the electrolytes that I got sent to me by Element. Very tasteful, very good. I don't like the spicy ones, but I like all of the other ones. Highly recommend. If you get super dizzy, even if you have drink a lot of water and you feel good, if you get dizzy, it might be because you are sweating too much. This will help, and it will probably do the same thing at the calf as well. It will recover your muscle as well. Highly recommend to have some electrolytes. And in Spain, you don't need to filter the water. I did use this filter and did bring it with me. I have another bottle as well with me to use the element on. But if you notice in Spain, even if you can drink the water along the wells in Elcamino, on Elcamino, it has a little bit of a chlorine taste on it. Therefore, I will also recommend the element. And sometimes you might need to filter as well. The weather is getting warmer and warmer, and that also brings more bacteria in both rivers and stuff. So I will also recommend to actually, there are a lot of cats. I can already, it's not needed, but it might be needed in the future in both Spain and Norway. And even in Norway today, in the beach, they're talking about bacteria from all the warmth that we are getting, that the water has. So this filter eliminates bacteria, at least. Alright. Yeah. Sleeping bag on albergue. This fleece liner was perfect for me. I didn't have felt any cold, even though I slept also with clothing on, albergue clothing on, and it was super comfortable to sleep with this in the albergues where there was a lot of people on. On the private hostels or rooms, you don't need it though. But on the rooms where there are a lot of people sleeping, you're gonna need it. So therefore, I was very satisfied with bringing a small variant. However, my wife, in the same weather, was freezing one night after Elcamino in a separate town in Galicia, and she was actually cold, shivering, and she actually needed a higher blanket. So if you are a cold sleeper, bring a summer sleeping bag instead of this. But for most of the other people, and especially in summer, I would probably do it as good with that. Alright, so now the things I didn't take with me, that I was supposed also to take with me, and that I announced it the first gear video for the Elcamino. This one, because I forgot it, is my twisting thing for the ankle. If you twist, it's very easy to put it on, and it protects you from the twisting as well. And when another people actually twisted their foot, I actually noticed that I actually forgot to bring mine. But I did have the bigger one though, that is here, that I have from the hospital. So this, I was relying on this. This isn't super super heavy either, so it's basically the same thing, a bit more, gives you more protection, but it's a hassle when it gets like wet and stuff. I normally have this on my DJ bag. I didn't bring whiskey or something, and to be honest, I kind of regret I didn't take some with me. I actually decided not to bring it with me because I think my stepfather was a bit nervous at start of his first long distance hike. So I think alcohol might help to like relax a bit. And I wish I could actually take it with me so I can like, hey, come over here and just relax and take a sip of whiskey or something. Kind of regret it. I didn't bring the stove, titanium stove with the pot. Originally we have sponsors on coffee, but I decided not to go with it after all. Mostly because it was super hot, and I think I might just do fine without it. And I did. I don't regret it at all, because when there was 2 times when we didn't get any coffee in the morning, but I knew that, and I actually bought lunch the days before. It might be a problem on the longer parts though, but I think we managed pretty well without. And sometimes when you are like starting to walk, you really don't want to stop to have a coffee either. You really just want to start. You don't want to be stopping all the time too. And eventually you find a cafe or like put an arrow machine and it will give you a cafe. But it was pretty good as well. Surprised with that. So I don't regret not taking a stove, but it might be a thing if you are starting from Oviedo to Lugo. Those 3 days might be hard and long for you. That might be the part when you need the stove. And the same goes with the tarp. If we have walked from Oviedo on the longer parts, 30-kilometer days by 3, and the weather is super shitty up in the mountains, I might need to have a tarp. This tarp, or actually not this tarp, but it actually saved my life across Norway last year when I got hypothermic, me and my wife, and had to cover it and take shelter. And we had to stop. I was supposed to bring the Nortent Extreme tarp. Sadly, I forgot it. I just forgot it. But thinking of that, I really didn't need it either from Lugo to Santiago as well. So sorry Nortent, I didn't bring you this time. And that's it, guys. I hope you have some good tips from this video. Sorry if the video got cut in between, because I only have 10 minutes from each clip to each clip before it stopped without warning me. I have to fix that. And this will also help me for the next Elcamino to remember what I have to bring and not. I don't want to make a list, I just want to see a video. And I will surely take a lot of this gear again. Maybe upgrade some, maybe go back to some. Maybe bring my whiskey next time too, so I can relax more, maybe film more drone, maybe have a new camera, new pants, more underwear. I hope you learned something from this video, guys. And if you are new El Camino, I hope you learned something you too. Buen camino!